Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Once you get on here, share for us. Share for us once you get on here. Share for us once you get on here. It is a blessing to have you here. Welcome, 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 welcome. As we share on our other platforms, share for us. Share for us, share for us, share for us. It is always a pleasure to have you here. How have you been? How have you been? How have you been? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you. You are very much welcome to our live. It is always a pleasure to have you on here. As I look this way, I am sharing on our other platform. Please do same for us, share for us as we do same. You are very much welcome. It is a Dose of Encouragement Incorporated. You are very, very welcome. It is a Dose of Encouragement Incorporated as we dive into the topic and as we learn from each other. You are very welcome. It is always a pleasure to have you here. How have you been? How has your week been? If you do not know who I am, my name is Amanda Krufi Aye. I am your host and founder of A Dose of Encouragement Incorporated. So, A Dose of Encouragement Incorporated, for those of you who don't know, it's an NGO that support the needy in any way, shape, or form that we can. We believe in a heart that cares to a hand that give. It might not be much, it might not be huge, but we believe in the little that we can give, right? And the other aspect of our mission is to learn from each other, pour into the lives of individuals that we meet, pour into the lives of people that we meet, pour into anyone that comes our way with our Saturday sessions, right? As we learn from one another. So you are very much welcome. I'm looking this way because I'm sharing on our other platform. So welcome, do me a favor and share this for me. It is always a blessing to have you on here. It is always, always, always a blessing to have you here today. Once again, we are on TT, or we are on TikTok as well. We planning or trying to grow that audience there as well. So you are very much welcome. When you get on here, do me a favor and share for me. Do me a favor and share for me. But as you can see today, your broken to beautiful, broken to beautiful is what the topic is. Let me know in the chat what you all think about the topic. Let me know in the chat what you all think about the topic, right? As I said on here, we learn from one another. On here, we learn from each other. On here, there is nothing like I know all, right? On here, it is always, always, always diving in, learning from one another so that we can grow together, right? That is our main focus because we are building a community of greatness. We are building a community where we do not leave anybody behind. We are building a community where we do not leave anyone unattended. We are building a community where we are able to tap into people's life. We are able to impact people's life from all areas of life, whether big or small. That is what we are doing here. So you are very much welcome. As I always say, I don't take your support lightly at all. It is always, 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 always a pleasure to have you on here. And I'm glad today you have made time to reach out to me, right? Maybe you've gone through something. Maybe you've gone through some pain. Maybe you've gone through some hurdles. Maybe you've gone through some problems and you asking yourself, is this even me? Or is this something that I was meant to be? Or am I able to do this? Lee, how are you doing? Right? But I am here to tell you that you are not your problems, right? You are basically meant to be shaped. You are being built into something greater. We have all faced moments that left us broken, that left us feel unfair, that left us carry that heavy weight on us. Guys, when you get on here, double tap for me, right? Feeling like we are picking the pieces of our lives together, right? But some way, somehow, maybe we are there for a reason. Maybe we were there for a purpose. But right now, right here, I'm here to tell you that you are not broken beyond repairs. You are being rebuilt into something beautiful. You are being rebuilt into something greater. You are being rebuilt into something marvelous, right? So keep on holding on. Keep on holding on. Keep on holding on, right? Keep on holding on. It is not over yet. It is not over until you've gotten to that final destination of yours. It is not over yet until you've gotten there. Until you have said to yourself that, hey, I have done it, I have gotten here, and I'm glad I got here, right? You are not broken beyond repairs. Whatever you went through was to build you up. Whatever you went through was to push you out here. Whatever you went through was to give you that ability to redo what you didn't do well again. And this time better. This time with result. This time with greatness. This time with totality. Di, how are you doing? Ziggy, how are you doing? Sith, how are you doing? Right? So you are now broken beyond repairs. Hang in there. You are being rebuilt into something greater. Guys, if you are on TikTok, double tap for us. You are being rebuilt into something great. So today we are going to step into that shift. We are going to step into that greatness. We are going to step into that space that we're supposed to be in. Because how you see your past, what you believe about your future is how you see your past. Right? Is that past something that I am going to learn from? Right? That is what we're talking about here. Broken to beautiful. Right? Broken to beautiful. So you might have been broken, all right? You might have gone through stuff. You might have gone through struggles. You might have gone through pains. But broken to beautiful. I see you all here, my beautiful families on TikTok. Double tap for me and help us out. Right? Double tap for us. Broken to beautiful. This is what you got to say to yourself. I am broken, but I am not beyond repairs. I am broken. I am not beyond that space where I can rebuild. I am broken, but I can rebuild. Because I say this, I said, my brokenness is not the end of my story. It is the foundation of my greatest comeback. Right? It is the foundation of my greatest comeback. So your brokenness is not the end of your story. Your brokenness is not the end of your life. Your brokenness is not the end. Right? Your brokenness is not your end. And that is what I want you to say to yourself. Guys, double tap. If you're on TikTok, double tap for us. The tapping will allow TikTok to know that we are live and we are not a robot. Thank you so much. And to my Facebook and YouTube viewers too, thank you very much for jumping on here with me. Right? If you don't know what this is a Dose of Encouragement Incorporated. This is a sub umbrella of what we are about. Right? You are very welcome. So my brokenness is not the end of my story. You are now broken beyond repairs. You are now broken beyond rebuild. So don't give up on yourself. Because every scar that you carry is a proof of your survival, is a proof that you survived in that moment. You survived in that trauma. You survived in that brokenness. Thank you guys for jumping on here. Stream, Albert, Lisa, Bisky. Thank you guys so much. Ray, thank you for jumping on here. Guys, if you are on TikTok for us, do us a favor and double tap on the screen for us. Double tap on the screen, double tap on the screen to support us. Thank you so much for your support. Right? You are now broken beyond repairs. You are not broken beyond your repairs. So don't give up on yourself. One sec. Don't give up on yourself. Don't say, I went through this, so now I cannot do that. I cannot do this. I cannot do this. You are now broken beyond repairs. Right? You are now broken beyond your repairs. It is the beginning of your healing. Yes, Richmond. It is the beginning of our healing. Right? Because that scar shows that we survived. That scar shows that we wear that pride and walk boldly into that next chapter of ours. I went through this. It doesn't make me that problem. I went through that. It doesn't make me that problem. It actually gives me the ability to wear that scar beautifully and walk into that chapter of mine, that next chapter of mine. You are now broken beyond repairs, broken to beautiful, broken to your greatness, right? Broken to your healing. Let me also know what you all think about the topic, right? As I always say, we learn from one another. So you are more than welcome to put your questions or your contributions in the chat. And for my TT family, do me a favor and double tap for me. I thank you all so much for the support, right? You are now broken beyond repair. I said, I am not, or you are not defined by what broke you, but how you rise from it. Your strength is your story. How did you get up from that brokenness? How did you get up from that lower space? How did you get up from that space where you thought all was lost? Is what matters. That is what matters. You are not defined by what broke you, but how you get up of it, how you get out of it, how you shake yourself out of it and keep moving. That is what you are defined by. That is what you are built on. That is what you are made of. Broken to beautiful. Broken to beautiful. Your strength is your story, right? Because you got to be willing to choose your comeback. You got to be willing to see your cracks as a place where light can shine into that situation, as a place where light can fall into that situation, as a place where light can come in to help you rebuild. Choose your cracks as a place where light can shine through, growing through what you have gone through, going through what people thought might not work for you, going through what people thought might break you. Broken, but beautiful. Or, or broken to beautiful, right? Grow through it. Let light come in. Let light shine through that cracks that you see yourself at. Let it shine through, because that is where your strength is. That is where you find yourself. That is where you see yourself. Start to heal, right? Amanda, I'm really broken. Yes, that issue, that problem took a toll on you. But that is not what defines you. That is not what makes you. What makes you is how you rise from it. What makes you is how you come back out of it. What makes you is how you set yourself to grow out of it, to grow out of that situation. So this morning I'm here to tell you, you might be broken, but that is not the end of you. You might be broken. That is not it. You still have some fight in you. Keep fighting. You still have some strength in you. Keep going. You still have some strength in you. Keep pushing through. Broken to beautiful, right? Never let your past limit your future, right? Never let your past limit your future. Shauna, how are you doing? Yaren, Chase T, user 130. Thank you guys for jumping on here, right? Never let your past limit your future. Release what was and embrace what you can get. Embrace what you can be. Embrace where you can go from here. Embrace how you can get to that next destination of yours. Broken to beautiful. You can rebuild again. You can rise up again. You can be what you want to be again. It doesn't matter what happened. It doesn't matter where you found yourself at. It does not matter. You can still grow out of that struggle. You can still grow out of that pain. You can still grow out of that space you find yourself in. Because your past doesn't limit your future. Right? Embrace your new you. Embrace who you can be. Embrace what you can be out of here. Embrace it. Richmond says, he says, there are certain level of strength, capacity, and resilience which are built in places of brokenness. Yes. Very true. Very, very true. Because in our space of brokenness, we find strength. In our space of brokenness, we are able to dig deep. In our space of brokenness, we are able to tap into that little voice that we usually don't tap into. Kevin, thank you so much for hopping on here. Joe, thank you so much for hopping on here. Broken to beautiful. Right? Somebody else says, I believe being broken or crushed in the journey of life is not always associated with evil, but sometimes it helps you to discover yourself more. So remember when I said your past doesn't limit your future, right? You got to embrace who you can be. And that's what he's written here. Your ability and usefulness is tied to your brokenness. Broken to beautiful. Broken to greatness. Broken to the things that we can be and we wish to be. Because even broken crayons can still color, can still make beautiful pictures, right? So take yourself as that broken crayon. Take yourself as that broken crayon that can make the imperfection perfect, right? You can still create beauty out of that brokenness, because your imperfection doesn't define who you are, doesn't define your worth, doesn't define how people should measure you, right? Broken to beautiful. Make a masterpiece out of that brokenness, right? Because crayons that are broken can still be used. Sweet Rosie, how are you doing? Enel, how are you doing? Right? Make beautiful pieces out of your brokenness, right? Because your past doesn't define you, right? It hasn't defined you. We are rather being shaped by the pressures that we face, being shaped into that beautiful mode, being shaped into that beautiful being, being shaped into that beautiful piece, right? I said the pressure we face is shaping us into something greater by helping us to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. How are you letting your brokenness affect you? How are you using your brokenness to build that beautiful, to create that beautiful piece, like the crayon, right? How are you using that? So, how are you doing? Magic, how are you doing? Fred, how are you doing? Right? How are you using or taking advantage of your brokenness to rebuild, to recreate you, to push your comeback forward? How are you using it? You might be broken, but you are not beyond repairs. Dr. Velvet, how are you doing? Gabriel, Scarface, how are you doing? You are now broken beyond repairs, my dear. Guys, double tap, double tap, double tap for us. You are now broken beyond repairs. I want you to understand that today. That I might be broken, but I am not broken beyond repairs. That brokenness is to only make me rebuild something greater, is to only help me rebuild myself into something greater. Right? Don't be afraid to restart again. Don't be afraid to rebuild again. Don't be afraid to dive deep and rebuild again. Don't be afraid. You are now broken beyond repairs. Let go, Wati. How are you doing? You are now broken beyond repairs. Because every setback is a setup for your breakthrough, is a setup for your comeback, is a setup for your greatness, is a setup to rebuild better and stronger. Terrence, how are you doing? Sonny, how are you doing? Right? Because you are that masterpiece that is not finished built yet, that is still in the works, that is still being molded, that is still being rebuilt, even out of your brokenness. Find strength. Out of your brokenness, find strength. Guys, if you are here and you don't know what this is a Dose of Encouragement Incorporated. This is a sub umbrella of our main mission, which is supporting the needy one way or the other in our own little way. that we can. You are more than welcome. If you don't know who I am the founder of A Dose of Encouragement, and I am your host today, Amanda Kofi. Welcome. Let me know what you think about the topic that we are discussing. If you do have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know what you think. And if you are on TT for us, double tap for us so that the algorithm will know that we are still here and we are not a robot. Thank you so much for the support. If you have not, you also want more about this, you can always connect with us on A Dose of Encouragement Incorporated on YouTube, Facebook, as well as LinkedIn. And you can also check us out on our website, www.adoei.org. I will put that in the chat for my TT family. You are very welcome. That is it right there. That is it right there. That is it right there. That is that right there. You are welcome. You are welcome. Let me know what you all think about the topic. I always love to hear what you all think about the topic. Thank you for the gift. Appreciate you all. Let's increase this. He says, my fingers still sting from last night. Call me when you're ready again today. Right? You are very much welcome. So you are now broken beyond repairs. Puma, how are you doing? Choose to heal other than staying in that brokenness. Choose to move on other than staying in that brokenness. I said, choose to heal, not just survive. Acknowledge your pain and turn that into your power. Choose to heal. You are not broken beyond repairs. You are beautiful beyond measures. You are handsome beyond measures. Let that broken piece of you be rebuilt into that greatness that you are or you can be. Right? I said, as we grow in deeper roots through adversities, right? We will not be shaken by life storm, but we will be grounded. That is not to say struggles will not come. That is not to say problems will not come. That is not to say that we would have everything on silver platter for us. But what we are saying is that even in our brokenness, we are beautiful. Even in our brokenness, we can draw strength out of it. Even in our brokenness, we can be rebuilt. Broken to beautiful. Richmond says, sure, broken crayons can paint well. Yes, they can create beautiful piece. So even in your brokenness, rebuild, still create that beautiful piece out of it, out of you. Today, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you might be broken, but you are still beautiful. You might be broken. You can still build great things out of you. You might be broken, but that is not what it is going to be like forever. You might be broken. Step into that new you, using that brokenness to rebuild and to recreate that beautiful piece that you are meant to be. Right? To rebuild that beautiful piece. Rebuild that. Right? Rebuild that. Never let us focus on what we left behind or what we lost. Right? But let our focus be on what we are building, what we can build, what we can create out of this masterpiece, out of our brokenness. So yes, you've gone through life struggle. You've gone through the pains. You've gone through every hurdle in life. That sometimes you think that all you're doing is picking up the pieces. Sometimes you think that all you're doing is failing. Sometimes you think that, oh, this is too heavy to carry. But maybe you feeling like that is a starting point for you to rebuild. Picking up that pieces is something that you can do to recreate that masterpiece. You being rebuilt into that greatness. You being rebuilt into that special being that you are. Most of us stay in our brokenness. Most of us stay there and not wanting to move forward. Most of us stay there and not wanting to shake ourselves. Some of us stay there and not wanting to do anything about it. Not because we can't, but because the pain in that moment is too great. I get it. But never stay there for long. Again, I'm going to repeat this. As broken crayons can create beautiful piece, so you can be created, or so you can use your brokenness to create that masterpiece. Excuse me. Use that as a stepping stone. I salute you to my brother, call me testimony. Right? Use that as that tool that you need. Nixon, Jojo, how are you doing? C. Joe, how are you doing? Use it to your advantage. Right? Because by the time you are done with yourself, you will no longer feel broken, but beautiful. You will no longer feel broken, but handsome. You will no longer feel broken, but feel important as you always need to be. Right? As you always need to be. So those brokenness, we are going to turn them into those affirmations that we need. You are broken, but you are not broken beyond repairs. Nixon, how are you doing? I am broken, but not beyond repairs. I am broken, but that doesn't mean nothing beautiful can be created out of my brokenness. Choose to heal. Choose to move forward. Choose to keep going. Choose to rebuild for you. Right? Richmond says, how can someone take advantage of brokenness? Because there are many people who are stuck in brokenness. Many people dwell in that grief stage for long. But when you see that brokenness as an experience to learn from and not just a failure, right? And turning those brokenness into that beautiful thing it can be, right? By leaving behind that shame, by embracing that journey, by first of all acknowledging that, hey, this is where I find myself, but this is not where I am meant to be. This is where I find myself, but I can use that pieces as broken crayons, right? I can take nugget from here, what I can reuse from here to build on me, right? By stepping into the best version of yourself. Because your healing starts when you acknowledge that this is where I am, but this is where I need to be. Richmond, do you understand? Right? That this is where I find myself. Everything is hitting me left, right, center. Everything is going not so well for me. Because everything we got to deal with in life, it starts with we acknowledging what we are dealing with, right? Miss CEO, how are you doing? So you are broken, but you can be rebuilt to your beautiness. You can be rebuilt to your handsomeness. You can be rebuilt to that masterpiece that you need to be. Step into that element of yours, right? By turning those things into that reality that you need, by turning them into that healing affirmation, into that strength that you can find. Says, how are you doing? Right? So I wrote certain things here. I said, I am healing, growing, and becoming the best version of me, acknowledging, right, that I was once broken. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, you are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. If you do not know what this is a Dose of Encouragement Incorporated. This is a sub umbrella of what we are, what our main mission is, right? Which is supporting the needy, helping to eradicate poverty in our own small way. So helping the needy as much as we can in our little way. We do not believe in quantity, but in quality, right? And this is the other umbrella that we support one another by growing and by learning from one another. So today, you are welcome. If you do not know who I am, my name is Amanda Kofiai. I am the founder and CEO of A Dose of Encouragement, and I am your host as well. If you have not checked us out yet, please use our website in the chat, adoei.org, to figure out or find out what we are all about and to figure out, see what we have done and we are doing so far. But every Saturday, you are stuck with me where we learn from one another, right? Because we believe in you growing and me growing as we learn from one another without leaving anybody behind. So you are very much welcome. You are very much welcome. You are very much welcome. So I am healing, growing, and becoming the best version of myself. Right? These are affirmations that we need to have. And very soon these affirmations will be coming out, right? So that people can go on our website to download them, right? So I said, every broken piece of me is being restored into something beautiful. Affirmation, right? These are certain things we got to say to ourselves each and every day. Because as Richmond said, many of us are stuck in our brokenness. Many of us are stuck in that space where we think that all is lost, where we think that nothing good can come out of here. But you know what? What you went through is to build you up. What you went through is to help you create that beautiful piece that you want to see, which means that you cannot stay in that brokenness for long. Use that. I always say use that as a stepping stone. Use that to rebuild you. Use that to create, to allow light into that situation where you can see where need to be patched. Those problems come to strengthen us in every aspect of our lives. Wear that scar beautifully. Because you know what that scar say about you? That you survived. That you are still pushing through. That you're still going through. That it doesn't matter what. You are still here. That is what that scars mean. So wear them beautifully. Right? Wear them beautifully. Wear them shoulder high, head up. That is your scar. That is to let somebody know that, hey, you've been through everything that life can throw at you. But you know what? You did not succumb to your brokenness. You did not succumb to your defeat. Because I always say this, a man is not measured by when he is standing, but how many times he can get up when he falls. How many times he can jump back again when he falls, right? So I said, every scar tells a story of your survivor. Wear them with pride and walk boldly into that next chapter. My brother called me testimony. I'm still waiting for your one-on-one call, right? So I said, instead of hiding your scar, embrace them. They prove that you have survived. You have grown. You are growing. You are ready for the next phase. You are ready for the next chapter of your life. Wear them. Because beauty is not in being unbroken, right? But the strength we take out of rebuilding ourselves, right? My brother Kwame testimony says sometimes broken people need a little push, but no one is willing to help, and they end up not being assisted and give up in life, right? Again, it boils down to who you have in your inner circle. My brother Kwame testimony, people are willing to help you. That's where my one-on-one call come in, right? Which you are playing hide and seek with me. You know I need to get on my audience now, right? And I see my boss man up. Hi, baby. Right? So every scar tells a story. Because sometimes the most beautiful things grow from that cracks, grow from that brokenness, grow from that, like a flower that blooms. Bloom where you are. Right? Bloom where you are. Bloom where you are. So from broken to beautiful. Affirmations. Right? If you are still sitting in that same space where you found yourself broken, right? If you are so stuck in that, if you are sitting in that space and not wanting to do anything about it, if you are cold, go upstairs and get yourself a blanket, honey. Right? I am not defined by my brokenness. Right? But how I rise from that brokenness. Hmm? You cannot do what? I think mommy's jacket is over there. Go get it and cover yourself with it. My boss man says he's cold. He just got up and came. He's like, I'm cold. Right? So we are not defined by what broke us, but how we rise from it. It says, Kwame testimony, sure, it is very sad in our generation, a generation where someone's downfall is someone's achievement. Who do you have in your inner circle? Right? Don't stay there. Right? So let me go down the line with some how we can turn these brokenness into that positivity, right? Because I always say this, it all starts with you. It all starts with you taking charge. It all starts with you accepting the fact. It all starts with you. Again, my brother Kwame testimony and Richmond turning those negatives using the flip it method, right? Affirmations, acknowledging it. That is where it starts. This is the problem, confining into someone and end up being no. So I always say this to you. How you see yourself If you are scared, there is a saying, scared money don't make money, right? So if you are scared of asking for help, you will not get the support you need, right? The fact that you ask for help from somebody and they were not able to support you or they were not able to help you at that time doesn't mean you are weak, doesn't mean you are disgraced, right? I said something here last week of the power of, is it last week or 2 weeks ago, the power of being vulnerable, and not being vulnerable in the wrong way, but being vulnerable of being able to ask for help. So and somebody came with their testimony, and it was like, he's been bullied all his life during his school days. And now the same people that bullied him are now coming gradually to him to ask for help, right? So let them think anyhow, anyway. Roxy, how are you doing? That they think top notch, how are you doing? Let them think anyhow. And you keep doing what needs to be done to get out of that funk, to get out of that space that you find yourself in, right? Let them do it. For me, gathering the courage to ask for help speaks volume. Not ask for help because you are weak, right? Asking for help doesn't make you weak and doesn't disgrace you. I want you to understand that. You are broken, but you are not destroyed. It's okay. We will talk about that later, okay? We will talk about that later, right? No, you are not a crybaby. My baby is not a crybaby. Roxy, how are you doing? Right? Right? You are not who society says you are. You are not who your problem says you are. You are not who your circumstances look like. You are not your problems. Right? That brokenness can be turned into something beautiful, can be turned into something great. Because it is in that brokenness that remodels are done. And those remodels come out beautiful than even the previous version. Right? Don't stay in that brokenness. Right? So let's start with these affirmations. That every scar I carry is a proof of my survival. I wear them with pride. Right? I wear them beautifully. Right? That I am healing, I am growing, I am becoming the best version of myself. Right? Speak into the atmosphere. I release the pain of that past and step boldly into my future. As I said, this will be downloaded on our website, right? On our website. I would do my very best to give this out, those 100 affirmations out to our audience before I put it out there, right? Because this is something that I'm working on, right? I am not my past. I am my potentials, right? These are some of the things that we need to think or we need to say, right? Healing is my choice and I choose it every single day. So my brother Kwame testimony, this is for you. Sometimes you can have good people in your circle, but yet still are not willing to help. They are not your destiny helpers. When I understood this concept, it shifted everything for me, right? That you can have, as he said, you can have the right people in your circle, but they are not your destiny helpers. Smiley, how are you doing? Right? They are not your destiny helpers. Once you are able to get in contact or you getting aligned with that destiny helper, you don't need to ask. Honey, I will do them for you. They are here when I'm done. But right now you are disrupting mommy's life, okay? Right? When you are aligned the right way, there. Right? Here. When you are aligned the right way, you don't need to ask. Right? So hold on a little longer. Right? I give myself permission to heal at my own pace. Do not let anybody push you out of it. Do not let anybody tell you that, hey, oh, if you are here, you cannot get out of here. Or don't let your own mindset make you think that. Richmond says we are focusing on positive sides. Many great people were emerged from brokenness. We can literally end off that. Right? Go. Go upstairs and go get your iPad. Right? You can literally take your time getting out of it. Right? I am worthy of life. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of happiness. I am worthy of peace. Right? The cracks in my life, let the light shine through. These are some of the things. Because, sis, bro, you are not broken beyond repairs. Because sometimes we need to be broken to be rebuilt into that beauty that we need to be. Sometimes we need to be broken to be shaped into the way we were meant to be. Right? Sometimes we are meant to go through this to see exactly who we are as a person. Right? Sometimes that is what we need to do. Right? I am stronger after every fall. You are stronger after every fall. Go. Right? You are not what you look like now. You are not your brokenness. You are not your current situation. You are more than that. So I want you to understand that. I want you to start thinking about that and saying that to yourself. My brokenness doesn't define me. My resilience does. Right? that you will rise after every fall, that your challenges that shape you. You are beautiful. You are handsome. Beyond that fall, beyond that brokenness, beyond that struggle, beyond that space you find yourself in. Allow yourself to bloom. Allow yourself to go through that process. Allow yourself to get out of it. Right? Do not let your brokenness destroy you. Right? It's okay to grieve, as I always say, but don't stay in that grief forever. Right? Yes, it can be extremely trying. Life can be, but it is not who you are. Wake up every morning wearing that scar with pride. Wake up every morning, walk into that greatness, walk into that beautiful you that you are. Right? Turn those pain into purpose. Right? Because you are beautifully imperfect. And that is enough. It is through our imperfections that we become perfect. It is through our imperfections that we find ourselves. It is through our imperfections that we are able to create something beautiful. Again, as the broken crayon, beautiful pieces can be created out of it. Negative self talk won't help you. Sometimes you got to look yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, I am not my problem. I am not like what people think I am. I am not like what I'm going through. I am beautifully imperfect. And that is enough, right? That you do not need any validations from anybody, right? Because guess what? You ain't starting over. You are starting from experience. My brother Kwame testimony. We've been in this space before, and I'm going to say that again. Your one-on-one call still stand, right? You need to have a mindset shift. He says, because sometimes I see myself as nothing good can come out of me, right? You need to see yourself beyond that face. As a man thinketh, so is he. As a man imagines, so he become. As a man perceive, so he creates. So you are thinking nothing good is going to come out of you. That is what you're going to be. If you are imagining nothing good is going to come out of you, that is who you will become. Right? And if you are perceiving nothing good is going to come out of you, that is what you create. Because then nothing would push you to get out of that zone. James, how are you doing? Donna, how are you doing? Nothing will push you to get out of that zone because you are too comfortable sitting in your brokenness. And that's not what is supposed to be. I am broken, but not destroyed. Rebuild, remold your own story. right? Rebuild, remold your own story. Make space for new blessings. Because look at it this way, when you are filled up with negatives, with setbacks, with things that doesn't push you forward, there is no space for new things to be filled in, for good things to be filled in. So empty certain things out. Empty certain things out. Anything like anger, negativities, pain, right? Empty them out, because when you do that, you get the space to refill with good things. We gotta keep our vessels full, but not full with junk. We gotta keep our vessels full, not full with negative stuff. Fill it with positivity, fill it with greatness, fill it with good things. You cannot dish from an empty vessel. And if you are filled up with negative stuff, all you dishing out is negative stuff. And that's why you are speaking negative to yourself. Nothing good is going to come out of me. I am not good. I am a failure. I am this. I am this. Let go of that negativity and move on. Right? Let go of it. Let go of it. Let go of it. Because you've bottled so much negativity. Thank you, sis. You've bottled so much pain. You've bottled so much anger. Let go and heal. Let go and be healed. Let go and rebuild. Broken to beautiful. Right? Broken to beautiful. So this week we're going to go out there. Unfortunately, our time is up. Right? Maybe we should continue this topic next week. Let me know in the chat. Right? Let's go out there this week and start building. Start rebuilding. Right? Let's go out there this week. Papa Ko. Let's go out there this week and start healing from that brokenness. Look at what we need to do. Look at how we need to do it. Look at what we can be. Because we are broken, but we are not broken beyond repairs. We are broken. We are not broken beyond being recreated. We are broken. We are not broken beyond rebuilt. Let us build. Let us grow. Let us wear that scar beautifully with pride and start building for us. Because it is only then that we will be able to get out of here to our destination. Right? And let's keep the conversation going in the chat on our Facebook and on our YouTube. Let us know how this session has helped you or will help you. Or let us know what this has made you to start rethink of your situation that you find yourself in. Because it is only in our brokenness that beautiful pieces are created. You are beautiful. You are handsome. You are beyond your problems. You are beyond what you see. You are beyond what people see you to be. You are beyond what the circumstances around your life see it to be like. You are a conqueror. You are a champion. You are beautifully made. You are handsomely made. Yes, you might have fallen, but you ain't gonna stay there. You might have fallen, but you ain't going to get stuck in there. You might have fallen, but it is only to give you a perspective into how you're going to shape your next phase. Hang on tight. Use what you've learned to build for you. Use what you've learned to restart again. Because until you say to yourself that enough is enough, it ain't over yet. Rebuild to that beautiful place you want to be. Rebuild to that beautiful place you want to see yourself be. Rebuild to that beautiful place you deserve to be. Broken to beautiful is the journey we have to go through. Is the journey we have to find ourselves walking through each and every day. But you are not your brokenness. You are not your problems. You are not your pain. You are you. That beautiful handmaid of the Most High. That beautiful creature that you were created for greatness. You might not have gotten there yet, but it is only a matter of time. You might not have gotten there yet. It is only but a matter of time for you to get there. So hang tight because you are beautifully made. Thank you so much for jumping on here with me. My name is Amanda Akrufi, and I am your founder and host of A Dose of Encouragement Incorporated. As I always say, on here, we learn from one another. I might not know everything, but I learn from you, you learn from me. Because at A Dose of Encouragement Incorporated, we believe in leaving no man or no woman behind. As our main umbrella is supporting the needy in our own little way, this is a sub umbrella that we come your way to learn from one another, to encourage one another, to push one another to our greatness, to our breakthroughs, to our elevation. So if you have not check us out, please do. Connect with us on here. This is my personal, for TikTok, this is my personal account that we are looking to see how the platform will receive us. But on our Facebook, it's A Dose of Encouragement Incorporated. Our website is adoei.org. That is www.adoei.org. For my TikTok family, I will put that in the chat for you. You can look around what we are about. adoei.org. The ADOEI, it's the first letters of the organization's name, which is A Dose of Encouragement Incorporated, ADOEI, right? .org. So check us out and see what we are all about, right? And if we can support you, if we can assist you in any way, shape, or form, we can do that as well. Until I come your way again, I sign out. I salute you. And if you do have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Bye for now.